I think a lot of this pain is coming from the fact that you're hiding some of your truths. So you want to go ahead and release some of that stuff now? So let's talk about it. So what was some of the stuff that you didn't tell us the truth about last time?
Well,
she alleges that you guys are abusing each other.
we go back and forth. Like I said, we fuss, we argue, we fight, we put our heads on each other. What relationship does that?
There's no way that she's doing it and you're not. So let's just be honest.
Yes, I do ex pills. Yes, I did cocaine in my life. Yes, I smoke weed.
What about crack?
No.
And so you're maintaining that your dad is 100%
Yes.
the biological father of your daughter.
Yes, he is. He's
Even though you told the other guy that he was the dad.
exactly.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Well, look her in the eyes and tell her.
I'm ready to go home.
What's up, YouTube? The B-side is monetized. I really appreciate that. Go check it out right now if you haven't. Those videos are lit. And make sure you check me out on Instagram at Marcus the Interviewer. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with the update. So, I just saw you guys and, you was feeling the way about the video and everything. I guess you wanted me to take it down and stuff like that. But the truth is that I told you, like, hey, listen, I think a lot of this pain is coming from the fact that you're hiding some of your truths. So you want to go ahead and release some of that stuff now? So let's talk about it. So what was some of the stuff that you didn't tell us the truth about last time?
Well, I'm gonna just say this.
Don't be scared, just release it.
I don't do drugs. It's just I've been in an abusive relationship with women.
So are you saying that you guys are in an abusive relationship? Physically abusive? Who? Go ahead.
Yes, I put my hands back on her when she does it to me. But it's the reason why. It's the reason why my face like this. Because I was on MLK. She left me there, and my face was blooded. All that, man. That's why I have this scar right here, because of her.
Well, I get it, but then also we can look at the hands, we can look at certain other features, and we could determine that there's definitely some drug use going on here. And she already admitted to it. So we know birds of a feather flock together. So there's no way that she's doing it and you're not. So let's just be honest.
Yes, I do ex pills. Yes, I did cocaine in my life. Yes, I smoke weed.
What about crack?
Never did any day in my life.
Never did crack?
Oh.
Okay. So, one of the reasons that we talked about why it's so important to kind of get yourself together is because you have a child. You have a child that ultimately is going to have trauma in their life if their mom is just absent throughout their whole childhood. What are you going to do to fix that?
I'm gonna change my life. I love my baby, man. I love my child. I made a mistake when I was pregnant. I made a mistake. And I gave my mom my baby because I didn't want the state to take my child away from me. I was wrong. I was really wrong. I was smoking weed when I was pregnant. My family told me to stop smoking.
And so, well, you don't think it's a better thing that you allowed your mom to have the child instead of the state? Why?
No, I just feel like, but she wanted her. She wanted my daughter.
Well, at least she didn't let her get taken by the state.
No.
That would have been worse, right? And so you say that you talked to your mom since the video?
I talked to her yesterday.
And what was that conversation like?
She wants me to stop doing what I'm doing and get my life together.
Doing what you're doing, meaning what?
be off these streets. My mom cares about me. She's just showing me tough love.
So, I mean, how much of this boils down to you just being hard-headed?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
Well, look her in the eyes and tell her.
I'm ready to go home. I am. But it's gonna be the same thing.
Why? Why does it have to be the same thing?
Homeless, just like I am down here.
Why do you have to be homeless at home?
I betrayed my family. I turned my back against my whole family.
How? Tell me some of the stuff that you did. Release it. Just tell it.
There's so much to explain.
Well, give us the gist of it. What did you do that they can't forgive you for?
I took from my family.
So you stole? Okay, was that in so that you can get drugs, basically? Yeah. Like, so a lot of this stuff we already know, just to let you know.
I know,
right?
It just took me a minute. It took me a minute. Like,
did you ever steal from your mom? So she won't let you back in the house right now? No?
my dad, my father, he won't talk to me.
I'm gonna pull this up just a little bit. Just a little bit on that.
My father won't talk to me. I love my dad.
Why won't he talk to you?
Because he think I took $50 from him, but I did it. He think I stole from his wife, but I didn't. I promise I did it.
So let's go back on some of this stuff, right? And I don't know how much of this stuff we dived into on the original video, but I do want to try to figure this out, right? So, because, how you doing, sweetie? All right. So as far as the original pain, where do you feel like the original pain in your childhood came from?
But my mom didn't teach me anything. Mom didn't teach me nothing.
Well, let me ask you this. When did you start dressing like a boy? Was it when you was a young girl, or was it when you was like a teenager?
When I was, it was like when I got taken advantage of, man. It's so much. It's so much.
That's right. So, because I don't quite recall, but you were taken advantage of at a young age? What age was that?
It was like, not by my family.
Well, it doesn't matter.
People down here.
Oh, you talking about down? So this was when you was an adult, basically. Well, I get it, but I mean, how did we get to this point as an adult? Like, did anything happen when you was younger?
It's hard to say it, but my uncle had touched me. But that's why he won't even talk to me. But
Your uncle had touched you?
and then my stepdad, I told my mom that he slapped me on my butt. And she told me I was lying, but I wasn't. It's a lot of
What
stuff.
age did that happen?
It was like when we was standing.
I mean, how old were you basically when that happened?
I was young.
Young meaning teenager or younger than teenager?
Well, kind of like middle school.
Middle school?
It's just, that's why I do this. That's why, man. That's why. This is why, man. I even told my child I was sorry, man.
Well, she's 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's not necessarily going to have the perspective to understand what's going on.
But it's not right for my mom to take my baby away from me when I'm on visitation.
Well, what would you recommend? What would you recommend happens? You want the baby to just be left with you alone? So then what do you recommend?
Go get my baby back.
Well,
And be the mother I'm supposed to be.
Right.
I gotta clean myself first.
Well, right, and that's what I'm saying. So, like, right now, to me, it's clear to me that you're still in the middle of your addiction. I'm just gonna be honest, okay? And so, what are we gonna do to get out of that?
I'm going to get some help. I'm going to get some help. It's basically like it's kind of hard for me to tell what I've been through because it's so much. I had to see my mom get abused.
By who?
Man, it hurts so bad, man.
Who was your mom getting abused by?
The man she's with now. I don't want my child around him, man. Don't. He used to abuse my mom, man. It's a lot.
Sweetheart, come over real quick. Whew.
What do you say, no?
So how you doing today, sweetie?
I've been doing good. How everybody been doing today?
we always love to see you.
Oh, yes, sir.
But under these circumstances, not so much, right? So trying to figure out what's going on with her. And the long and short of it, I guess she alleges that you guys are abusing each other.
We was. We go back and forth. Like I said, we fuss, we argue, we fight, we put our heads on each other. What relationship does that? I love her to death, she loves me. But here's the thing. Yes, if I told her I'm putting everything that we done did, that we done said, I'm letting it go and I'm letting God. That is my 2024 quote for this year, letting go and letting God. Because I'm trying to get my child back. She's trying to get her daughter back. So I don't have time for the bull jive, the bullshit, the craziness.
But why do y'all keep getting in the physical fight? So it's one thing to disagree and argue and stuff like that. It's a whole nother level to be putting hands on each other. Does any of it has to do with like the drug use or anything like that?
No, it doesn't. It's just when we're mad and upset, I would literally tell people to leave me alone, or I would just walk away from the whole situation.
So most of the fights, who's starting the physical part? Are you hitting her first or is she hitting you first?
It's like we both do it. I end up putting my hands on her, she end up putting her hands on me.
Is that the case, or who's hitting each other first?
We both fight each other.
We both would do it to each other.
So why are you blaming her like as though she's the one that's the problem?
It's both of us.
So it's both of y'all basically.
It's both of us. It's like we've been through so much in life. And it's to the point.
Is this like a trauma bond basically? Is that what this is?
It's basically. It's basically like this. We both need help. We both been through traumatizing things in our life. Y'all know my story. And it's like this. It's just, we have so much hatred and anger in ourselves
that you just projected onto
other people.
Yeah, I get it.
But instead of doing that, we might as well go ahead and go get help. You know
so
what
are y'all gonna do to do that? Because that's the same thing she's saying about getting help.
I'm going to go 10 Park Place after she done doing checking her mail. I'm going to 10 Place right up.
Right. It goes to sign up as a mental health and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah, because I know I have a lot of anger inside of me, but it doesn't pertain to her. It pertains to my family.
I don't know if you, I think I said it on the last thing, but I was on the Steve Wilkos show, and on that show they kind of have family members confront each other about things like molestation and stuff. Do you think you would be interested in going on there, like with your dad?
I would love to.
Because I want to see who's telling the truth between you and your dad.
I would love to, because of the fact, like I said, I'm not going to lie about what happened to me. I know it's a lot of people out there saying, oh, she's lying. Oh, no.
It's not even the lying part. For me, it's the fact that you was kind of grown. The fact that you was kind of in your 20s when, cause it was like, you wasn't really like a kid, it's like you was. It
happened when I was a kid, but it's like
it continued into.
Yeah.
Okay, so right. I remember that part. Okay, right. So it started out as a kid, so he was already kind of in your head with it at that point.
He was already.
Okay.
Planned it out and all.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'll reach out to the folks that I know up there and see if they might be interested in hearing you guys' story.
Oh yes, sir.
And do you think your dad would, agree to come?
That I don't know, because like I said, I haven't been in touch with him. He hasn't been in touch with me, so he probably would. He probably wouldn't.
So when's the last time you talked to your child?
Whoo! It's got, like, when I say it has been 3 years. Last month she just had a 7th birthday. Happy birthday, my little baby girl, Lily. I love you and I miss you. Mommy truly misses you. That's all I could talk about in the month of February.
Yeah, but I mean,
daughter.
some people are gonna ask, well, why not take a trip back home to go see her, or something like that?
If anybody can help me get my parental rights back, I wouldn't mind doing it.
But what about not just parental rights? What about just going and seeing her, because she may
it's
just
basically like, this is what I'm saying. With I don't know how
you can go get in line, baby.
I don't know how every state do it.
Mm-hmm.
In different places, it's different things and stuff. But it's like this. I lost my parental rights. I cannot talk to my daughter. I cannot see my daughter. I can't even spend time with her. Like, when I say I miss all that, y'all, like, to all the females, the mothers, the daughters, the sons, the nephews, let me tell y'all something. I don't wish my situation on nobody because of the fact of this. It's already hard for me to not stress out about my daughter. Like, when I say, if I don't wish this on nobody, I don't want my worst enemy to go through this.
So I'm gonna ask you a tough question real quick, okay? Because some people are gonna say, well, why choose then the drugs, the streets, and all that stuff over your daughter?
Actually, I'm not choosing drugs over my daughter. It's other fact, once again, I'm gonna go back to it. This ain't got nothing to do with my daughter. Because before everything happened, I was trying to find my family, somebody in my family to get my child before this even happened.
Because your child's with the state or with your dad?
No, she's with the state.
Okay, so she is with the state. Okay. Okay.
And I had to go through twists and turns just to get her back, because I'm gonna have to end up getting an attorney. I'm gonna have to get.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go through the whole process. It's not gonna be easy.
It's not gonna be easy. It's hard, because yes, I'm out here. Yes, I'm trying to do better.
And so you're maintaining that your dad is 100% the biological father of your daughter.
Yes, he is. He's
even though you told the other guy that he was the dad.
Exactly, because I didn't want everybody in my business, Like I said, it's like everybody. I understand why people do certain things, but the way I do it, I don't want everybody in my business. It's like, because some people is judgmental. Not everybody.
I get it.
But some people are.
Okay.
So it's like I rather keep it to myself, and then it's like, once it starts eating me, it's like, okay, it's time to tell my story. Like I said, I don't mind doing it on YouTube. I want to show it not just on YouTube, but with my fashion, with art. I love art. I love drawing. I love fashion. So I'm gonna put it together, and it's gonna tell my story like that too as well.
Okay.
The business name is La Shantae Design. It's basically about me and my daughter.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're definitely rooting for you. We're definitely rooting for you. But what real steps are we taking to get to that place?
To get to that place,
because you're gonna need income.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need to get stable. You're gonna need maybe some mental health services. And so I heard the stuff about 10 Park Place. But what are we doing as far as like a job and stuff like that? Like, what do you do for income out here?
Put in applications, like, even if
I just hold on real quick. What do you do for income out here? What do you do for money?
For instance, I do hair. But somebody asks me to do hair, I do hair. Boom, I make my money like that. If somebody need me to draw something, hey, they'll pay me like that. You do some kind of way.
So basically, you're not really making you're not really getting
I'm not
money.
up there yet, but I'm getting there. It's like you said, it's taking step by step. It's taking a process. I love doing hair. I love drawing. I love doing yards, landscaping.
I get all that, but I mean, ultimately, you're probably gonna have to find something that's stable and consistent, right?
Yep.
And so, what are we doing to try to get there?
Like I said, putting in different applications, waiting on interviews, trying to keep. I'm still putting in different applications, trying to get interviewed from different places, because once you take a next step in calling them, texting them, messaging them, oh, hey, I want this job, I really want this job, to show them that you want that job.
I get it.
No.
All right. Well, listen, definitely appreciate you you know, giving us a little insight into what was going on with
Yes,
her.
sir.
And you know, we definitely wish y'all nothing but the best. Y'all stop putting hands on each other.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you make sure you have a
Alright.
good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right. Oh, is it the same Cash App for you?
Oh, yes, sir. Same way.
Okay.
True Drip Queen.
All right, that'll work. You have a good one, sweetie.
You too.
All right.